Hello, everyone. This is 95%. And the topic for today is how mindset forms. Let's read it first. It says, so, how is your mindset created in the first place? Dweck's research reveals two primary sources, praising and labeling, both of which occur in early childhood. So, basically, how your mindset forms, it actually starts to form when you are just a child. And what are the two things that the primary sources of making or forming your mindset in your childhood are two, praising and labeling. Now let's see the impact of praise. In a landmark series of experiments, Dweck and her colleagues found that kids behaved very differently depending on the type of praise they received. They found that personal praise or praising a child's talent or labeling them as smart promotes a fixed mindset. It sends a message to a child that they either have an ability or they don't, and that there is nothing they can do to change that fact. Process praise, on the other hand, emphasizes the effort a person puts in to accomplish a task. It implies their success is due to the effort and these and and the strategy they used, both of which they can control and improve over time. Here's an example of how they are different. If your child gets a good grade on a math test, personal praising might be, see, you are good at math. You got an A on your test. Process praise, on the other hand, might sound like this. I'm impressed by how hard you studied for your math test. You read the material over several times, ask your teacher to help you figure out the tricky problems, and tested yourself on it. That really worked. Now let's see what's the difference. The first one we have in the first paragraph, this is the personal praise. And here we have the process praise. So there are two kinds of praise. You can praise your child based on their talents and traits that they naturally have, or you can praise them on um, based on what was in their control. So personal praise would focus on being smart, which is a natural trait. It actually promotes the fixed mindset when you focus on being smart, because they have they haven't done anything with their mind to being smart. They are born with it, right? With the intelligence, the IQ level, they're born with it. They haven't done anything to have that thing in the first place. So it's going to promote the fixed mindset. It's going to be implanted in their mind that you don't have any ability more than that you are born with. You're smart. This is your IQ level, and you cannot improve it. So this is something that we don't want to do. Then we have process praise. Process praise, on the other hand, let me do it with green. This one is recommended. So process praise, it actually focuses on and emphasizes on the effort of a person. So whatever task you're doing, when you are putting in effort, definitely you are smart, or some people, they are naturally smart. There's nothing wrong with that, or there's no denial in that. It is true. But if you are going to emphasize more on the effort of a person, because the results, they're not in our control, right? So if you put more your effort on something that is in the control of a child or of an adult, to all the people, this is true for everyone. So if you emphasize and if you praise the effort, which is something that we can control, It is more, it'll do more good to people to develop, uh, that growth mindset, right? It says adults can take steps to ensure that their children develop growth mindset by praising effort, not results. By focusing on on the process rather than the outcome, adults can keep kids understand that their efforts, hard work, and dedication can lead to change, learning, and growth both now and in the future. So the thing is, you should not be focusing on the results because results, they are not in our control. The thing which is in our control is our intention and our efforts. If we focus more on the things that we could control, the intention and the efforts, it'll do more good to people around us. And as a result, we'll be able to build a society where people are willing to put in more effort, and their effort, their hard work, dedication, it can all lead to the better results, of course. Then we have the impact of labels. Labeling, which involves assigning people characteristics based on stereotypes or associations with different groups, can also lead to the development of fixed or growth mindset. A person who holds a stereotype that this is about the fixed mindset. A person who holds a stereotype that girls are bad at math or that boys are bad at reading may form a fixed mindset about their own abilities in those specific domains. For example, research have found that just having students check boxes about sex and race was enough to invoke internalized stereotypes that affected their test performance. So you should avoid labeling those things with genders, with races, you know, or with ethnicities, with nationalities. So you don't try to contain people into boxes or trying to contain traits or abilities or talents into boxes and labeling them that this race is good at that gender is good at that and bad at that. That's not how things work. It's not that simple that you can just label those traits and things. People around the world, no matter what race they belong to, what gender they belong to, or what national or what country or religion they belong to. Everyone has that potential to be good or bad. So there is good around the world, among every religion, among every uh, country, race, or whatever, and there is also bad there. You cannot generalize the thing and you cannot label them. It's something so silly, something so not true. If something's not true, then why we are doing it? And in case if it's so much harmful for the society that it it's building our mindset, it's taking us, kids, adults, all of us in the wrong direction. So I think we should make an effort to change that. Try changing and try to focus more on how we are saying things, how we are making our sentences, how we are phrasing all these words. Because what you say is actually builds your mindset. So that was about today. I hope you all liked it. See you in the next one.